As a student, you will undoubtedly have to give presentations in your classrooms at some point. Whether it's to introduce a project you've been working on or to deliver a final paper, giving presentations is an essential part of the learning process. But presenting in front of your classmates can be intimidating, especially if you're not sure what to do. That's where this guide comes in. Below, we'll walk you through everything you need to know about giving presentations in the classroom, from preparing for your speech to delivering it effectively. By following our tips, you'll be able to nail your next presentation and boost your confidence in the process. What to consider when giving a classroom presentation? Are you thinking of giving a presentation in your upcoming class? Great! But before you get started, there are a few things you need to consider. The first thing to think about is your topic. What do you want to talk about? Make sure your topic is interesting and relevant to your classmates. You also need to make sure you have enough information to share. Next, you'll need to consider your audience. Who will be listening to your presentation? Tailor your content and delivery accordingly. Finally, think about your delivery. How will you present your information? Will you use slides or a whiteboard? Will you speak aloud or use a script? Practice your presentation beforehand so you feel comfortable with it. Preparing your classroom presentation. So, you've been asked to give a presentation in front of your class. Congratulations! This is a great opportunity to share your knowledge and expertise with your students. But before you can give a stellar presentation, there are a few things you need to do. First, take some time to plan out your presentation. What do you want to say? What information do your students need to know? Organize your thoughts so you can deliver them in a clear and concise manner. Second, practice your presentation. Read it aloud and make sure all of your points are clear. Time yourself and make sure you're within the allotted time frame. Lastly, make sure you're familiar with the classroom environment and the technology available to you. Will you be using a projector or a whiteboard? Make sure you know how to use the equipment so you can focus on delivering your presentation. Delivering your presentation. Tips and tricks. Now that you're armed with the knowledge of how to prepare for a successful presentation, it's time to focus on delivering your presentation with confidence. Here are some tips and tricks to help you along the way. Be mindful of your body language. Maintain a strong, upright posture, use gestures to emphasize points, and look directly at your audience in order to engage them in the presentation. When speaking, use an authoritative tone that conveys your knowledge on the subject matter without sounding intimidating. Finally, practice makes perfect. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time before the presentation deadline to rehearse and get comfortable with the material. This will help ensure that you deliver an impactful and memorable presentation in the classroom.